run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1. How could you post that? I would have crowd the city.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And this is going to be a Commanders. He's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. They go play action with Howell. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. On second down, ETN once more. Able to avoid him at the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On play action, Lawrence being chased out left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, 24 yards. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And Howe will throw it. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go play action. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Well, The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength, but very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. There will be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 30 yards there. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll run with Gibson. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 1-yard line.
Gibson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence. This is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So with change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They're going to run a little pop pass here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 62 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Faking the handoff, Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. One last shot before the break. Howell. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
7 yards there and a first down. Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll run with Etienne, and he will have a Jaguars first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go again with Etienne. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Patterson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Powell, he'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, Howell to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I certainly felt for Sam Howell watching him fall from a possible first-round pick at one point all the way to day 3 of the draft, but it's just extra fuel for a guy now who drew comparisons to some of the league's most fiery competitors at quarterback. When he gets into a tough spot, Howell knows how to create and make some impressive reads and also some impressive runs. And I think that's how he'll succeed as an NFL quarterback. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 12, Powell. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A give to Gibson running right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I really like what Jacksonville did in free agency, and what a smart gamble, in my opinion, bringing in Evan Ingram on a 1-year deal. Best case scenario, he gets back to being the Pro Bowl player he was in 2020 and gives Trevor Lawrence a big-time weapon in the middle of the field. That duo links up there and picks up a 1st down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chase Young in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Etienne. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Lawrence going to keep it.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
On the counter, Gibson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 97 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. A give running right, Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Al now to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Commanders, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption.